The ice cap? That was the thing that was just shredding through the ice.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, turn this off if you want to go watch it. But, yeah, man, they disabled the nukes on it, but that thing was still, for some reason, like, if you got past a certain point, it seemed like they were going to be able to, like, submerge, and then they'd get away. Charlize Theron was the bad person in that movie. But you know what? He fought, and he came back, and he defeated that.
Charlize likes playing the bad person. I saw her in a terrible movie the other day with that Jeremy Renner. I think it was Jeremy Renner. She was playing. Gringo is the name of the movie. She likes playing the bad girl all of a sudden.
Are you a little bothered by how often the fate of the world lies in the hands of this ragtag group of criminals?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What, can a government step up, please?
It's odd.
Can you please get me a list? I was thinking he was fighting some sort of mystical creature. What was the movie I'm thinking of?
In Pitch Black, he was fighting
the one where he had
aliens.
on his eyes.
Well, that was Riddick, which spawned the Chronicles of Riddick.
Right. Yeah. Gardens of Galaxy, maybe?
No,
he was Groot.
Or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, for the love of God.
He's Groot.
Oh, he's Groot.
And he's a CGI character.
Oh.
I wonder how much money he made. That's a good job.
What was the word that you just used instead of Guardians?
I think I said Gardens or something like that.
So you had...
Makes sense. He was
the Gardens of Galaxy.
So you had Vin Diesel. What was he doing? Was he a botanist in the Gardens of the Galaxy?
What's a botanist?
Don Lebatard.
Tom Ricketts is saying that the Cubs will not allow Sammy Sosa back into that organization for anything moving forward until he comes clean. And what I find absurd about that, and what a hypocrite this guy is that family made hundreds of millions of dollars off the name Sammy Sosa. By the way, he never tested positive for steroid use. And if he was using steroids, which we all assume that he was, my guess is if he was using it, the Ricketts family had an inkling that was going on in their own clubhouse. And for him to come out many, many years later and say Sammy Sosa must come clean for us to allow him back into our prestigious organization, our club, get out of here with that.
Stugotz.
Yeah, Ricketts didn't make money off Sammy Sosa. He won the bid in 2009. This was post-Sammy Sosa.
Well, that ruins my argument.
This is the Don Lebatard Show with the Stugotz on ESPN Radio.
Chris, can you look up for me, please, what Jerry Jones paid for the Dallas Cowboys? Because for those of you who don't remember the history, if you think this Kawhi Leonard thing has been messy, the whole Jerry Jones taking over the Cowboys with Jimmy Johnson hatred and then later ego tearing the two of those apart, if that happened in 2018, I don't even know what it would look like. I don't even know what I could compare it to in terms of an owner and a coach coming in controversially and then flaming out in the most successful and spectacular way possible.
$140 million in 1989.
Think about that. Think about that. If he's not the shining symbol for that sports success over the last 30 years, where he buys in for $140 million and now it's worth $4.8 billion, and God knows what kind of deal he has with his stadium in there in Texas, as he's made everything larger than it could be.
And rising at a clip of nearly 14% per year.
And when he bought it, they were losing $1 million every year.
Right place, right time, man. And he came in with the coach from college, and the both of them desecrated the legend of Tom Landry. Have we done a 30 for 30 on all of that? Just the mess that was, the amazing, successful mess that was the Cowboys team of Jimmy Johnson from beginning to end, because they came in, Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones were photographed in a restaurant. It was like a coup attempt. And they were viewed as these two damn hillbillies coming in to replace legendary, statuesque football figure Tom Landry.
And people were very unhappy.
So unhappy. Yes. And then on top of that, who's Jimmy bringing in? He's bringing in Michael Irvin to wander through your courtroom in a mink and a fedora. And when they ask him why he's dressed that way, he's like, I'm not here for your constituency. That's what was running the NFL.
And then once he started bringing in the Super Bowls, no one cared about Michael Irvin being there.
That's right. That's right. So I'm curious.
First season, that experiment went 1-15.
That's right. It was
Can
terrible.
you imagine what it was like around the pressure in that city with that team?
He traded Herschel Walker. He got there and traded the only person anyone cared about. That was after dumping Landry. I can't even compare it to anything today. I don't know what it would have to be. The way the Patriots are going out here. The way that it would have to be Gronkowski and Brady turning on Belichick in a way that's public instead of private.
But this would be like, I don't know, if someone bought the Spurs, right? And that new owner sat down with the coach that he wanted.
I'm telling you, this is bigger than all that.
Yeah.
No, like Greg Popovich is not what Tom Landry was in America at
That's
that
fair.
time.
You're right. Yeah.
Like Greg Popovich is today's America. Tom Landry was a different America.
Right.
And a different time in football. I'm curious here. Can we play a different game here? Because people are still writing in about you making Guardian of the Galaxies, Gardens of the Galaxies.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Mike. This might be a terrible idea, but I want to try it before we play some Stephen A. Smith sound. Did you love Match Game as a television show, a 70s television show, game show? Match Game is a game show Hall of Famer, is it not?
It is. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I did like it. And it certainly is in the Game Show Hall of Fame, no doubt. But I didn't love it. That's all I'm saying.
You didn't love it? No. I did love Match Game. Give me the music to Match Game. I want everyone in the shipping container to write their joke. I want to see how many people, how similarly minded we are. Give me the Match Game music here. It's a terrible game, terrible idea.
You need to explain Match Game to a whole bunch of young people.
No. Match Game is back on the air. ABC's every Sunday. Alec Baldwin is the host.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, everyone knows.
My bad.
It comes right after The Feud and the $100,000 Pyramid hosted by Michael Strahan.
Thought it was clear when I said you need to explain it, but apparently not.
Is that the fat one that's hosting the new Match Game?
Well, Alec.
It's me. I'm the one.
Which one are you?
Steven.
Oh, the sedated one.
No, that's William.
Oh, William's the sedated one?
It's been Alec the whole time.
So somebody writes in, based on what happened with Stugotz, he turned Guardians of the Galaxy into Gardens of the Galaxy. So somebody's writing in, Stu has Vin Diesel growing potatoes on Mars. Just write the joke. Write one sentence that you would say after that. It's not playing Match Game even correctly, really, to be honest with you.
It's the furthest thing from Match Game.
Just write the joke. I want to see what would you guys write there? I feel like I know what you guys would write there. Stu has Vin Diesel growing potatoes on Mars.
And you thought that was a funny joke?
Now we have to write.
No,
he was
I
setting
don't
the bar
think that's
low
a
for
funny
you.
joke. I'm putting the bar especially low for you guys so that you could jump over it with a funnier joke.
Okay.
No, and the jokes have to match. That's how Match Game works, where you have to match.
You need to explain that part.
I have to. You guys don't understand how Match Game works?
Okay, so we have to write our own jokes similar to the potato on Mars
We
joke?
have to write the same exact joke. Our jokes have to match.
No.
That's a challenge. So we each have to write the same exact joke without talking to each other.
Mike, what are you writing?
Dan has written down a joke, and you guys have to try to match up what you think Dan has written down as his
That's
joke.
how Match Game works.
And what does it have to do with the joke you read to us?
Yeah.
Just giving you an example, getting the creative juices flowing.
None of this works, and we're going to go to the Stephen A. sound in a second. None of this works. It's all failed. I don't want to play it anymore. I don't want to hear any more questions from you guys on Match Game. I don't want to explain on the air anymore.
You want their jokes?
No, I don't want anything from them anymore other than silence.
Let's play the dating game.
No, you know what? I'd like for you guys to all impersonate Kawhi for the rest of the show. Thank you. Because you didn't support. Nice, Roy. Thank you. A totally blank piece of paper, or you have something there? You have. Okay, you
I
have
have something. It's not good, but it's the only thing crappier than his singing.
I wrote the same joke.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, but the key is, did Dan write down the same joke?
Okay. All right. Billy's got one too.
Billy's got one too. Look, he's furiously writing. Now, this is the way. This is when Match Game got fun, when the celebrities would furiously write things down.
But this isn't Match Game.
No, it is not.
So he's making potatoes on Mars, right?
Uh-huh.
So I called him Dominic Potato instead of Dominic Toretto. Get it? Get the joke?
I wrote that same exact
Oh,
joke.
I got mad.
Dan, is that what you wrote down?
No, it's not what I wrote down. Your
you
joke.
knew what we were gonna write.
The way the game is played, the way I have to guess what you guys will guess. I have to be like-minded with you guys on the cleverness of the joke.
Yeah, but it's a fill-in-the-blank game. You give this entire sentence.
I know. I ruined the whole thing.
Hold on. I'm like a dog with a bone on this one. Hang on.
Oh, you think you have it?
I gotta find it. I'm Googling vegetables.
Okay. All right.
I just thought the joke was easy, which is that's not Vin Diesel. That's Matt Damon. Matt Damon was the one who was growing potatoes on Mars. Anyway, let's go to the Stephen A. Smith sound.
They're all dead where someone wrote that joke down.
Let's go to the Stephen A. Smith sound right here.
Vin Diesel.
Hey! All right, terrible idea by me, poorly executed.
Go.
Potato like French fries. Too fast food, too furious.
That's good.
Game's catching on.
A poor effort by me. I'm sweating and embarrassed. I haven't felt quite this way since the Gronk family feud. Let's go ahead and play the Stephen A. Smith sound that to me represents basically sports coverage. Okay, the way that he dismounts to me is just very often how we cover sports.
What's good, Stephen A?
I really don't understand what the hell is going on with the NBA. And by NBA, I'm not talking about the league office. By NBA, I'm not talking about teams. By NBA, I mean you NBA fans out there. What the hell is wrong with you people? Have y'all lost your ever-loving basketball minds? I say that affectionately. Boogie Cousins has no impact on all of this. He's just an additional piece to add. He's an upgrade from JaVale McGee. So what? At the end of the day, he's coming off an Achilles tear. He ain't going to be ready for a long time, according to the reports. And if that's true, what's the problem? Why y'all in panic mode for? Instead of whining constantly about the greatness of the Golden State Warriors, why don't you do something about it like Houston tried to do? Why don't you do something about it? Instead of whining all the damn time. Compete, damn it. Figure it out.
There it is. Yeah. Right there, the end of it. Yes. Compete and figure it out.
Yes.
They're better than everyone. They're clearly better than everyone. They've checkmated the entire league. Compete and figure it out.
That's how you do it, sports radio, man.
I mean, what do you mean figure it out? LeBron's got a team of people and Nike behind him. And he was like, yeah, checkmate. I got checkmated. What do you mean figure it out? They're too good, and they're better at the most valuable shot than the rest of us are. I'll just go make movies. You mean compete and figure it out?
Compete and figure it out.
I mean, that's not helpful. Like, hey, Stugotz, be better than Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Compete. Just figure it out. No, look, man, I deserve whatever mockery I get for that. It was a terrible idea, poorly executed.
I guess now he's living his life 54.6 kilometers away at a time. Well, 54.6 million kilometers away.
Allie's mom knew she had a strong kick even back in the womb. And from then on, Allie was always kicking a ball and saying she was going to play pro soccer. And one day, while she was kicking a ball against a wall, her skills drew even more attention. Her boss said, "Could you please stop that and get me those quarterly numbers I asked for?" Turns out Allie just wasn't that good a talker. But she was a good accountant. That's why she switched to Geico. She knew they could save her a bunch of money on car insurance. And she sure wasn't ever going to make that pro soccer money. No, sir.
Dan Le Batard.
Good work today. That was a fun show.
Stugotz.
It was also intergalactically stupid.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz on ESPN Radio.
Stugotz is reporting exclusively that Tiger Woods is walking with a little pep in his step. That is an exclusive Stugotz report. There is some extra pep in the step of Tiger Woods. You may have noticed, have just moved to my default position of mocking Stugotz whenever it is I've done something terrible, like the last segment, playing match game incorrectly. If you're going to play a game show incorrectly, how about one from 40 years ago? Trying to distance myself between that and the match game. Let's go to the polls here.
You're welcome for me being your go-to.
Thank you for that. It's invaluable. It really is.
Bok Choiler Room.
Is Mike Trout always ready to play some baseball? What's the record here on what is it?
He's always ready.
98.
You know what's better? Who's here Who's always ready to play more, Isner or Trout?
97% of the audience said yes. Trout's always ready to play some baseball. By the way, the Twitter poll brought to you by Discover Card, who will match all the cash back new card members earn at the end of their first year. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Oh, no.
Fast chive.
Is one of the keys to life being